right, hello wine-drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and some of our friends from northern Italy were in to see us from a big co-op there, Terlan, and these guys started in 1893. They got 150 hectares of vines, over 120 growers, and most of them also have a full-time job, so it's not their primary occupation growing grapes. But in Italy, if you got a little land, you plant a vineyard on it, man. That's just what you do, I mean, and most people only have about 700 square meters of vine, so not enough to, it's like a little retirement fund, They may make a little bit of their own wine at home, too, but most of it they sell off to the co-op. And these guys have got strict regulations for their growers. That is why they make some pretty damn good wines for a co-op. Usually you think of co-op and you think, ooh, run and go the other way. But this Pinot Grigio Alto Adige, a lovely core of tree fruit here, pear and lime citrus, really nice intensity on the tongue, and good fruit in the mid-palate. That's how you can tell a good Pinot Grigio. And that texty, briny, kind of minerally nuance from the wine, really nicely balanced. And, these wines all had a similar minerality to them. And it's funny because the representative from the winery had rocks there, and she scraped the rocks together and said, "Here, smell that. That's what you smell that in the wine." I was like, wow, it's amazing, man. That's why I like to say you really don't understand wine until you go to the place where the grapes are grown and you kiss the dirt. Now you eat the dirt. Sorry, you just get to see, the terrain. Very important to understand the wine. The Sauvignon, I've always liked this Winkle. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this is never filtered, and the vineyards are a little bit lower for the Sauvignon Blanc here because they do have some really high altitude stuff, and very strong musky aroma to this wine on the nose. Gooseberry, white grapefruit, green mango, and kind of kiwi tropical notes. Really exotic, a bright and refreshing Sauvignon on the palate, a nice zest and that mouth-watering quality you get from good Sauvignon Blanc. Excellent juice at $34. The Pinot Bianca, which I didn't realize Pinot Bianca is the most important varietal, meaning, well, the most widely planted here. Vorberg, and the name means pre-mountains, describing the topography of the plots of land there. And everything is hand-picked here, and a lot of times when you get in the higher altitude regions, you get a grade 20 to 70% here, so you can't get vehicles up there to do picking anyways. And it's aged in big oak cask. This one's got a good amount of ripe tree fruit. Pinot Bianco, when you have a great Pinot Blanc, you get a really nice, rich character to the mouth also, almost a honeyed character in this wine, and it's really smelled like a Krispy Kreme donut on the second day, man. Another odd bouquet here coming out on the second day, and that's why I keep the wines for 2 days. There's a good amount of white peach fruit, that flinty, minerally nuance showing through the finish. The richest of all the whites for me. Really excellent juice. And these wines all reasonably priced, $39, nothing crazy. The Dominus Reserva, however, the Novodomus Reserva, however, a little bit pricey, $62. The new house, Novodomus, refers to the house on the logo, and this is the most important wine, older vines, and it's a blend of Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, and Pinot Bianco, aged in wood. They use big cask for this, and they ferment everything separately and blend it together because the grapes ripen at different times. But this wine's got that textbook minerality of all the other wines, that ripe melon and other tree fruits there. Wonderful intensity on the tongue and a long finish. A solid core of tree fruit in this wine, though. Most excellent juice and maybe worthy of that $62 price tag. Wow. All right. The Adrian Gewürztraminer. Anyways, the other hand, this is the other brand that these guys have, and it's a little separate terroir, a little different, so that's why they have a different name on it. They've got more limestone here and more volcanic at Terlan, so a little bit more morning sun, a little bit more ripeness here. They get to be 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit in the daytime, all stainless steel, and you get that textbook lychee nut, peach fruit, rose petal, a little hint of white pepper spice here, a drier style of Gewürztraminer, and very balanced, a really clean finish for this wine. Sometimes Gewürztraminer can be overly perfumey or oily. This one, excellent at $24. All right, and then on to the reds. They do some good Pinot Noir here, Montignol Reserva, Monteagle. Anyways, the eastern side of Terlan, the vineyards are 1,200 to 2,500 feet elevation, and they use a third new barrels in this. You get a little bit of that spice, but this one's got a beautiful red raspberry fruit, wild strawberries, a hint of earth, and a little smoky note coming out as this wine opens up. Lovely light red berry fruit and really zesty style of Pinot, a nice spice and a nice freshness, that smoky note coming out at the end. Excellent juice at $44.50. And then the Porphy, Dwarfy? Is that what that says? Anyways, it's Lagrein. This is the regional red here. This is a little monster. Lagrein is a wild varietal, man. It has got that wild game, flowers, herbs, a really unique thing going on. I really couldn't compare it to anything else. Maybe Aglianico, but very different. Dark plum and just really wild, big wine, and little vegetal note coming out on the second day on this wine, but still a lot of fruit. That can be interesting in a red wine sometimes. It's $65, an excellent example of Lagrein. That's what we had to drink with our friends from Terlan. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.